Okay, so earlier in the year, you practiced copying a triangle. Now, the way that we copy triangles is the first thing, as I said before, is you just draw a ray, any old ray. You need to always, if you have nothing, you have to draw something so you can start from it. And the first thing that I am going to show you is SSS, meaning I am going to take this length here. Actually, let this just, there we go. Whoopsies. So I'm going to take this length here, and I'm going to just mark it right there. So this is my length 1 and my length 1. And then, nothing real special about this, I'm just going to say, well, this is my second length, and I know it's somewhere around in here, so I'll make a nice little arc indicating there. And then I'm going to mark my third length. It starts from here, because that's the end of my 1, and oh, it must have been right there. So I now use this as my top vertex, and this would be side 2. And this would be side 3. So this is SSS. I just copied all 3 lengths. Now, there's lots of other things that I could do because the triangle is made of other things other than just sides, and that it would be angles. And we practiced yesterday how to copy angles. So the first thing that I want to do is just copy this angle right here. So for the angle, just a little reminder, we make a, let's see if I can do this, make a nice little arc here, and then also where it is that we are going. And then I open up my compass to this amount, because that is how far it is that it's open. And once I have that, I now have my angle. So this is angle A, we'll say. So all I've copied is an angle so far. And now what I want to do is copy the 2 sides on either side of that angle. So we'll copy the bottom first. So it'll be right here. So this will now be side 1. And then we'll copy the top second, which will be right here. So this will now be side 2. And that's it. I just go ahead and connect them here and here. And so this is now side 3. So this would be angle, side, angle, side. Wow, side, angle, side. So side, angle, side. I also could have done angle, side, angle. Lots of different approaches that I could have taken from that. So now we're going to go ahead and practice that on number 11. Number 11, again, I have nothing here. So I'm just going to draw a line segment, too long purposely, make a nice little ray, and copy the first one. So copy the first one, so this is 1 and 1. And then I shall copy the second one. There is nothing special. You could do it on either side. It would be equal, but reflections of each other if you did it the other way. So either way is totally fine. So this is 2 and 2, and 3 and 3. And we now have our triangle. We'll go ahead and look at now SAS. Again, I got nothing. So the first thing I'm going to do is just draw a line segment purposely too long. I'm going to go ahead and do it a little different. Last time I did my angle first. This time I'm going to do my side length first. Makes no difference. So this is side length 1 and side length 1. And I am now going to do my angle. So now I'm going to copy this. Uh-oh, that is not going. So I'm going to go ahead and just, instead of redrawing it, I'm just going to go ahead and make it a little longer. Now, I need to do this here, because I want to make sure that I'm using the same distance away from my vertex to mark it. Oopsies. Okay, it's loud, isn't it? Crazy mayhem going on here. So this is my angle. So this is angle A. This is angle A that I've created. And now I just need to do my last side. So open that up, because I can measure that way. Open it up this way. I did say side angle side, which meant that this angle had to be in between these 2 sides. So that is important that I do that. And then that is all. I'm done. So for 12, there are so many ways of doing this. I will show you 2. One of the ways that I can do this is 30, 60, 90 is half of an equilateral triangle. So if I randomly choose a length to be my side, and then create an equilateral triangle out of it, what I need to do is one of two things. I either need to find the midpoint of this and connect them, or I need to bisect this angle, because either one will create my 9, 7, 30, 60, 90. So I'm going to do angle bisector. That'll be fun. So I have this here. I'm going to open up a little longer so I don't get confused with my markings. So I'm actually creating a kite at that time, because I do know that a kite makes a perfect 90 degrees. So this would then be 60, because I made it 60 in the first place. My 90, because I made a perpendicular, not perpendicular, angle bisector for my 30 and then my 90. So that would be one option. Another totally different option is to, instead of starting with the 60s, is to start with the 90. So what I am going to do here is I am first of all just going to create the perpendicular bisector of this line segment, which means what I'm doing is I'm creating a rhombus. These guys up here are equal to those guys down there. And so that creates my 90 degrees. And then I need to be careful. This guy here, from here to here, I'm going to go ahead and mark equal on both sides, because this would be my 1 value. Here's my root 3 value. And then what I need is my 2 value. I can measure a 2 value. I can't measure a root 3 value. So once I measure my 2 value, I bring it up here. Say that from this spot right here, I go up. Now, something to consider, it is very important that you pre-measure the 2. You don't want to just measure a 1 and then a 1, because you're not sure of where the line actually is. So measure out your length of 2, figure out what that is, and then go ahead and use it all at once. So this would be a 2, this would be a 1, and this would be a root 3, or a 90, 60, 90. Okay, let's go ahead. Well, I'll make a new video for